It is the official start of Hoopfest 2026 as we are inside the gym at West Valley High School for 3XBA Spokane back in the Lilac City for a second year. Welcome to the broadcast, everybody. Enjoy a great day of basketball ahead. Austin Getz and Shaniqua Nillis joining you on the broadcast. We'll get to why we are at West Valley in a moment, but right now let's get you to our first game of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to West Valley High School. This is the first of 12 pool play games for 3XBA Spokane 2026, featuring the team in the white uniforms, the Northwest Blazers, and the team in the dark uniforms, the Fantastic Four. Let's meet the team first for the Northwest Blazers. From North Carolina, number 21, Carlie Littlefield. From USC, number 22, Talia Von Oelhoffen. From Texas Tech, number 32, Britt Brewer. And from Jacksonville, number 36, Priscilla Williams. Now for the Fantastic Four. From Baylor, number 1, Aaronette Vonleh. From Creighton, number 11, Maly. From Baylor, number 30, Bella Fontleroy. And from Yale, number 40, Roxy Barahman. And we are ready for action here. 3XBA Spokane 2026. Again, we are inside the gym at West Valley High School in Spokane. That is due to potential rain in the forecast. It really might rain all weekend, which is unusual for Hoopfest. Shaniqua, you and I have been to plenty of Hoopfests across our days. Very rare to have rain in the forecast in this last weekend of June. But I got to applaud 3XBA. They're not even going to take the risk with the slick court. They immediately made the decision to move it inside, at least for today. We'll have to see about tomorrow. But the venue may have changed. The basketball quality and the stars that we have on this court did not.
And right away, you see Northwest Blazers going in to their big, trying to make some stuff happen down low. Great contest there at the rim.
Yeah, that was Britt Brewer with the first basket and then the block. Again, if you're new to this style of basketball, 3XBA, if you have a foul on the inside, that'll go against the Fantastic Four. It is first to 21, scoring by ones and twos. Anything inside the arc is worth 1. Anything outside is worth 2. Free throws also worth 1. It is a 12-second shot clock, so already down to 5 on the shot clock for Northwest Blazers. They got to get this shot off, and in fact, they will not. That'll be a shot clock violation. So there you see how fast this style of basketball moves, Shaniqua. 10-minute total game time. And again, the 12-second shot clock. And really, with how fast-paced the games are, you don't see many games get to that 10-minute threshold.
Yeah, people are trying to score early in that shot clock. Great work on the boards there by Vonleh. Britt Brewer's got to do a better job. That's a big body down low. She's got to push her out early.
And again, you notice that instead of taking it out from the top and checking in on a made basket, you take it out of the rim and go. Here's Priscilla Williams for 2. Knocks it down.
Great work on the boards, and again, you see the quick kick out for a long-distance shot for Priscilla. Same thing there for the Fantastic Four. Maly connecting early.
Maly for 2, so that ties us at 3. So 3-3 in our first of 12 pool play games here. There are 2 pools of 4 teams each, and that shot did not get off in time. We have a substitute coming on.
Northwest Blazers are running some really good actions. You're going to see a lot of things happening in 3XBA that are operating around that elbow area. You see here a little Iverson cut over the top. But through these actions, you got to be going downhill just like that early in your possession.
Vonleh goes up, can't quite hit it. Loose ball, gets over to Maly, goes up with the left hand, can't connect. Another offensive rebound, a kick out now on the arc. This is Fontleroy for 2. Britt Brewer skies for the rebound. And again, you have to clear the basketball out past the three-point arc. And again, you're seeing 2 lines on the floor. It is the outer three-point arc. That's going to go back up top to Northwest Blazers. So it's the deeper 3-point line, 2-point line for all intents and purposes here at 3XBA Spokane. Again, 4 teams in each pool. This is Pool B. We'll get into the other teams later. Right now, let's just focus on Northwest Blazers and the Fantastic Four. Here's Talia Von Oelhoffen, and she'll draw the foul against the Fantastic Four. There are no individual fouls. There are team fouls. Once you get into 7, it's 2 shots. This is going to result in a shot for Talia Von Oelhoffen. Of course, plenty familiar with the Lilac City, growing up just a couple hours away in the Tri-Cities, Tri-City Prep High School, then Chiawana High School before starting her career at Oregon State and finishing at USC. So she makes the free throw, puts her team in front by 1. Roxy Barahman falling away in the lane. Priscilla Williams comes down with the rebound. Williams over to Talia Von Oelhoffen. Loses the ball through the middle. Barahman chases it down. Even on a turnover, you still have to clear it. Barahman unable to make it. So some of the backyard rules you might have played with one of your siblings. Oh, if you turn it over, I'm just going to go right to the rim. Not the case. A drive off the mark by Littlefield. And tied up jump ball. Now all jump balls go to the defense. There is no alternating possession. So that's a quick rundown of the rules. We'll revisit them as the day goes on. If you're tuning in for the first time for 3XBA, glad to have you. Again, these are 32 unreal athletes. Most of them drafted in the WNBA. If not in the WNBA, they all have professional experience either in the United States or overseas. Many of them with national team experience, Shaniqua. So again, you are seeing truly some of the best of the best.
Some of the best scorers in the women's game for sure on display here at West Valley.
Shot off the mark, loose into the corner and out of bounds. Nice effort by Fontleroy to keep it in, but it'll go back up top to Northwest Blazers. So the game clock now down to about 7 minutes, 9 seconds, and we're at 4-3. Again, we had 3XBA in Spokane for the first time last year, and we have a foul on the inside. No shot. It's going to go back up top, but that is now the 3rd foul on the Fantastic Four. Again, once you get to 7, you're in the bonus. 10, you're in the double bonus. Over the top, trying to get into Brewer, tipped away, goes back up top, and it'll be once again Northwest Blazers ball. No shot clock reset here, so only 8 on the shot clock, and that'll also bring us to a media timeout. We will stay here through our media timeouts, but it is under 7 minutes and under 4 minutes. So Shaniqua, again, if people aren't used to it, but they are at least familiar with Hoopfest, it's a lot of the similar style scoring, at least for, 3-on-3 rules that Hoopfest goes by, just with a few tweaks for the 3XBA, the FIBA style, taking the ball out of the net, things of that nature. Yeah,
I was going to point out that probably something that people are seeing at home is one of the big differences between Hoopfest and 3XBA is you don't have to pass the ball in. So you're seeing Talia Von Oelhoffen, she's checking the ball up, but then she's calling for a screen right away from Britt Brewer. So what I love about this style of play is, like, you can't take possessions off because possessions happen so quickly. You change possessions so quickly. So you have to be aggressive and physical on both ends of the floor from the jump.
Von Oelhoffen inside, stripped away by Barahman, goes inside. Here's Aaronette Vonleh up with the right hand, a strong basket for Vonleh. She's got 2 points.
Great
now
job.
A turnover.
Vonleh was able to finish there. She kind of used her offhand to deflect Brewer's contest and then also affected the outlet there.
Vonleh, one of multiple players for 3XBA who is back in Spokane for a 2nd year. About half of the field, as here's Barahman, ooh, nice little pump fake, can't quite hit on the shot. About half of the field that is here in 2026 was also here in 2025. Inside, Britt Brewer left all alone, had to chase down the air and pass and can't connect. We're down to under 6.5 minutes to go on the game clock. And a low-scoring effort so far, tied 4-4. Barahman trying to put her team in front, can't connect. Air ball go back up top. For these two teams, both of them with 2 returners. For Northwest Blazers, it's Britt Brewer and Carlie Littlefield. For Fantastic Four, it's Roxy Barahman and Aaronette Vonleh. On different teams at different times last year, some teams you'll see former opponents now teammates, former teammates now opponents. Priscilla Williams, one of the new faces this year. Can't connect that time in the corner. There's Bella Fontleroy, another debut here at Spokane. Maly the same, can't hit on that jump shot, goes out of bounds. It'll go up top Last touch by Fantastic Four. It'll be Northwest Blazers possession.
So anytime these players have a dead ball situation, you have to find ways to get as much rest as you can. Again, it's such a fast-paced game. That's a great shot by Morgan Maly as well. She hit one earlier in this game. Definitely capable from outside from shooting deep, but she can also play really great defense here, uses her body well. That's just a really great finish there.
Talia Von Oelhoffen, her second basket. Just inside the arc, Fontleroy tries to tie the game. Littlefield comes away with the rebound. Carlie Littlefield was here last year. Back to Von Oelhoffen. 5 on the shot clock already. You're seeing the pace early on. Talia goes up, can't connect on that one. Here's Morgan Maly. Inside, Vonleh. A bit of a mismatch. The pass unable to be handled, goes back up top. And it's 5-4 Northwest Blazers. No one's led by more than a basket.
And you would think that's an easy mismatch advantage there for Vonleh with Carlie Littlefield on her, but I was really impressed with Carlie last year as well of just how scrappy she is. She plays a lot larger than 5'9", that's for sure.
Littlefield last year was here with Coast to Coast. A couple of her teammates from last year are here. We'll talk about them later as Roxy Barahman knocks down a layup, I should say, to tie the game. Here's Littlefield now as we are under 5 minutes. Britt Brewer, a returner from last year, working on Bella Fontleroy, goes up, left hand, can't bank it in. Fontleroy, the great contest and the rebound, she'll clear it out as well. Inside, Maly, and that'll be a foul. That goes against Northwest Blazers. That's their first foul. Really no foul trouble quite yet for either team. The foul count 3-1. Fantastic Four with 2 more than their opponents right now. And again, we are here at West Valley High School because they didn't want to risk any sort of injury. We know that Center Court is a great location, but the sport court can get a little bit slick if it gets wet. So 3XBA making the decision, at least for the 12 pool play games today, that they are going to be here at West Valley High School. We will see if maybe the forecast is a bit more optimistic for tomorrow if we move back down to Center Court. Inside, here's Aaronette Vonleh as we tick down towards 4 minutes to go. Kicks it back out. 4 on the shot clock. Barahman's got to pull up, steps through. That's a 1. Misses it, but gets her own rebound. So the shot clock resets to a fresh 12. Barahman in the corner, can't connect. Priscilla Williams the rebound. Williams now will take a long 1. Off the mark, tipped around. Who's this going to go to? And it'll go back up top. Northwest Blazers at 4 minutes to go. A 5-5 game. All teams will play 3 pool play matches today, and then we will send winners out of the pool to the quarterfinal round tomorrow. We'll get into that more as more games are played. Von Oelhoffen goes up, partially blocked by Barahman. Von Oelhoffen gets the rebound and puts it back up. She's got 3 points. Barahman trying to answer, goes inside to Maly. Williams guarding, blocked. Maly chases it down, but the shot clock didn't reset. Has to grab and fire from the corner. Off the mark. Von Oelhoffen into the corner quickly. Williams gets a screen from Brewer. Drives, goes up, high off the glass, and knocks it down. And that'll be a foul and a stoppage. That'll bring us to our second media timeout. With 3:25 remaining, Shaniqua, it is Northwest Blazers out to an early lead. I shouldn't say early, it's getting kind of late in this first game.
Kind of late. I think what we're seeing, though, is both teams have gotten a lot of really good looks. I think they're just feeling each other out a little bit, getting used to playing in this environment. But that was just a great take by Priscilla Williams, taking on the mismatch there with Vonleh and her size and her physicality, but able to use her length and finish outside of her frame. And what I love about these players, their skill set, you have to be able to do it all. You have to be a 3-way scorer, but then also defensively, you have to be able to get caught up in, disadvantaged situations and be able to just hold your own. So players like Carlie Littlefield and Roxy Barahman, they get switched onto players like Vonleh, and they have to be able to hold their own.
Vonleh against Brewer, that is a tough matchup on by either side. Brewer wins that one as the shot's off the mark, but an offensive rebound back to the Fantastic Four. Barahman a little bit short. Carlie Littlefield chases it down as we tick down towards 3 minutes. Von Oelhoffen, ooh, nice cut. Brewer will draw the foul, so that'll be number 4 against the Fantastic Four. Not a shooting foul, just goes back up top for the Blazers to restart their possession.
Great action there by the Northwest Blazers. Britt Brewer, great screen. Held her roll, her seal. Nothing Roxy could do there but foul.
Here's Brewer all the way out on the arc, guarded by Vonleh. Talia Von Oelhoffen down to 5 on the shot clock. Tries to pass it in the corner, tipped away, but now just 2 seconds remaining. And this is where not having to pass the ball in, Shaniqua, a lot of times you see this person up top. If there's 2 or 1 left, you got to just catch it and fire, and the defender knows that, so Littlefield's got to get this off. She does in time, knocks it down.
Defensively for the Fantastic Four, you were explaining it on the broadcast, Austin, you have to be ready for that. She's not going to have enough time with really good pressure. If you get into her pocket a little bit more, have her take 2 or 3 dribbles, that shot clock goes off.
Clean block by Priscilla Williams, goes back to the Fantastic Four. Barahman trying to answer. Boy, did they need that. Roxy Barahman knocks down her first 2, brings it back to a 2-point game with 2.5 minutes to go. Littlefield over to Priscilla Williams, and that'll be a shot clock violation. So again, you see Priscilla Williams patting the chest there, knowing that you gotta get into the actions a little bit quicker. And sometimes it's better to take a shot even if it's contested or a quote-unquote bad shot, just to get it up in the air, see if you draw iron and maybe get an offensive rebound.
Absolutely.
2 on the way to tie. That one off the mark from Fontleroy, tipped around Von Oelhoffen, and Williams teaming up for the rebound here. Here is Williams, drives, free throw line, goes up, left hand, can't score it. Maly the rebound, kicks it out. Aaronette Vonleh will have to clear it, I should say. And here's Fontleroy. Fontleroy up with the right hand, scores it. Bella Fontleroy with a big basket for her first tally on the score sheet. Now, a made basket does result in a free throw if it's an and one. So she will get a chance to tie the game at the free throw line here with 2:01 remaining.
That handoff was a little bit out of control between her and Vonleh, but then at that last second, she took a really nice, hard dribble to get that ball up into her pocket, picked it up with one hand, able to finish a little figure roll at the rim.
And she knocks down the free throw as well, and we are tied at 9 with 2 minutes to go in our first of 12 pool play games here, 3XBA Spokane 2026. Von Oelhoffen, guarded by Vonleh. She's got to get the shot up. She does, but she's unable to hit. Chase down in the corner, and now Vonleh trying to give her team the lead. She does. And just like that, from down 4 to up 1, a 5-0 run for the Fantastic Four. Williams inside, goes up, and a foul drawn. It'll go against Vonleh. Again, no individual fouls. You cannot foul out. And now it will be a shooting foul that will put Priscilla Williams on the line. There is overtime. No ties in 3XBA, so we will play until we find a winner. Priscilla Williams can't hit the free throw. Just over 90 seconds remaining. The Fantastic Four on offense here, up 1. Barahman, guarded by Williams, down to 3, down to 2. Gotta go, steps back. Was gonna get the shot off in time, but great defense out on the perimeter again by Priscilla Williams, Shaniqua.
Yeah, just quick defensive reaction there by Priscilla Williams. If you're Roxy Barahman, you either need to attack that defender on her first initial closeout, or you gotta move the ball on, because like we've been saying, that shot clock goes so quickly.
Each team gets 1 timeout each, a minute long. I believe it was Northwest Blazers who just used theirs. So our first game of the day is steaming towards a very good conclusion. 10-9 the lead for the Fantastic Four. Again, just a couple minutes ago they were down 4, and it was looking like they were going to start their day with a loss. We're still to find a winner in this one, but you see the conversation in the huddles. A very important minute and 22 seconds, because also keep this in mind. We'll talk more about the prize pool and, of course, what happens tomorrow with our championship. But every pool play game today is worth $1,000, and teams can add on to their their pool winnings once we get to the prize pool day tomorrow with wins in pool play today. So $1,000 on the line, plus a good start to your three-game day. Von Oelhoffen dribbling, cutting. Britt Brewer, catch and shoot jumpers, good, ties the game.
Great 2-man game on that left wing there for the Northwest Blazers. They need to get a stop here.
Vonleh contested by Brewer, can't hit the shot. Von Oelhoffen catch and shoot 2, no good. Chases down the rebound, I should say, Littlefield, and then a foul drawn as Roxy Barahman was going for the steal. And now the Fantastic Four is out of fouls to give. That is their 6th, so no free throws yet. But any fouls by Black from here on out are going to result in Northwest Blazer free throws. Here's Littlefield. Carlie Littlefield drives against the taller Vonleh and draws one of those fouls. And so she will go to the line.
We have a lot of young kids in the stands here watching, which is great. For anybody at home, if you're undersized, please be watching Carlie Littlefield because she is fearless, but also she does a good job of jumping back. She used that last dribble to jump back into Vonleh, create contact to get herself to the free throw line.
Was here last year with Coast to Coast, made it all the way to the championship game, knocks down that free throw, and puts her team up by 1 and has a second free throw on the way. .48 seconds remaining. It's a 2-point lead and 2 free throws from Carlie Littlefield. Barahman looked at a shot to tie the game, instead passes it off. Here's Bella Fontleroy. That shot blocked by Britt Brewer, does a lot of that. That's kind of her calling card. Now here's Priscilla Williams. Her team up by 2. Down to 6 on the shot clock. Littlefield inside. Brewer goes up. Left hand scores. Britt Brewer 3 points in this one. Now a 3-point lead. Maly trying to draw her team closer. Can't do it. Down to 20. And so now you're in a situation where you might have to foul. You go inside. Brewer loses the ball out of bounds. It'll go to the Fantastic Four up top with 14 seconds remaining. They are down by 3. They will call their timeout. Again, you know, basketball is a game of runs no matter you're playing 5-on-5, 3-on-3, or 1-on-1. But it's with how quick these games go, Shaniqua, a 3-0, a 4-0 run can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, absolutely. In that 5-on-5 game, if you can probably wait until it's like a 10 or maybe even a 12-0 run before you call a timeout, reset. But in this 3XBA style of play, possessions happen so fast. So even if you are keeping it close, if you have too many possessions where you're empty in a row and the other team is kind of rolling, it puts you down to quite the disadvantage early.
Fantastic Four has to go fast here. Down to 10 seconds left in the game. Here's Vonleh. Spins, goes up with the right hand, can't score it. Rebound by Brewer, and they can dribble it out. And that will be how our first game of 3XBA Spokane 2026 wraps up. A 13-10 win for the Northwest Blazers. They just earned themselves $1,000 and pick up a win on their first game of pool play. And they will have plenty more games after that. Again, every team guaranteed 3 games today. And our second game is coming up right now as we head over to Pool A. So we'll get ready and reset for our second game.